Right, today we've got a full service on an Intergas Combi Compact ECO RF36 with a full seal kit. So first thing I'm going to do is isolate the power, isolate the gas to the appliance, and then I'm going to get it stripped down so I can start the service. So as you can see, these boilers are really easy to strip within the space of a couple of minutes. I've got it all down in bits, pretty much all the main components out of the boiler. So now I can clean all the heat exchanger out, clean the spark electrodes up, and then we'll start rebuilding it. And as we rebuild it, I'll replace the seals that we need to swap. Right, so now I'm just draining the boiler off, dropping the pressure, and then once that's drained, I'll recharge the vessel. So what I'm going to do now is clean out the heat exchanger. Right, so now that's all clean, I'm going to go on to stripping and cleaning the burner plate. So what I'm going to do is remove the fan. I've got to change a couple of seals on this and do it. There's a Venturo flap in here that needs checking. We've just got to check this rubber, make sure that's still loose and able to move freely, which it is. I'll give it a little clean up. Can go back in. There's a washer on this gas valve that I need to swap as well. So I need to replace this O-ring here. The new one. I always just put a little bit of grease around my O-rings, or anything like that, any component that can come in and out, because when you come to service it again, it's just going to help it come in and out a bit easier. So just clip that back on there. I just need to swap this washer here for a new seating washer. I'll just remove the old one. Give that face a little clean up if it needs it. And then now I can put the fan and them bits back together. So that's the main part of the service done, as in the cleaning out. Now it's a case of just reversing what I did before, putting everything back. There's a couple more seals to swap as I go through and do that. So I'll do that now. So that's the boiler service now. I'm just going to turn it on, run it through some safety checks. I'm going to do some tests on the gas to make sure it's all burning correctly, and then that's it, job done. So at the minute I've got the gas turned off and the boiler's trying to fire up. What this is doing is this is a safety check we do. If the boiler, for whatever reason, there was no gas supply to the boiler, it would go into lockout. It would attempt to fire up, then when it doesn't, because it senses that there's no gas, it goes into lockout and into a fault code. So that's the first check I do, which it will do probably now after the 4th attempt. So yeah, you can see now it's gone into lockout, this light's flashing. So now what we do is reintroduce the gas. And now you can see the boiler's now fired up, so that's that safety check done. Next I'm going to test my joints for leaks. I can do a drop test between here and the gas valve to make sure the gas valve isn't passing and there's no problems there. Test that, and then we can move on to the combustion checks on the actual the burning of the boiler. Now I've checked there's no leaks on any of the gas connections that I've touched. I'm going to move on to my combustion checks, which is basically when we check what the byproducts are from the products of combustion when the boiler's firing, that comes out the flue, the chimney outside. Make sure that they're correct and that they're safe. So when we do this, all boilers are different, but this particular boiler, we run it up, warm the boiler up, and then we're looking for, on a low burner, we're looking for 9.1, and then what we do is we adjust it to high burner, and we're just checking for, I think I'll just double check the instructions, it's within 0.4 of what the low reading was. So I'm just going to do that check now. Alright, so that's that boiler oil service there. I just took the readings off of them, so when I fill all the paperwork out, put it all on there. So now it's a case of putting the case back on, do a final check on the fluid integrity, and that's it, job done.